I did that. Um, it's because on my tablet, I need to be better keep track of the tabs I have open, and I'm gonna probably trim a segment of the stream because I had my Gmail open, and I didn't realize that I had that open, so I'm going to have to trim out the. I deliberately played copyrighted music so I can go back later and trim it out of the stream. I didn't see that. Yeah, well, I did, and I'm not a fan. I don't like. I hate when I absolutely hate when I don't pay attention for what tabs I have open. So I freaking... I'm gonna have to, trim that now. Fun. But, basically, what I'm working on tonight is the, Copperhead, an art piece for, the video, which I'm gonna probably do more of. Shut up. See, there we go. Talk about BBWs again. Here we go. I thought we were out of this stage. God darn it. Here we go again. That shuts you up real quick. It's shut up. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me look at the images. She has the little wraparounds on her arms, so the straps, and then she has little gauntlets. Okay, so that can be okay. That can go right here. Not so late. Yeah, I know. I edited a little bit today, but I was also binge watching the rest of Cobra Kai. So, that took me a while. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of find it a little annoying at how they ended. Also, why do you have that image? Which one? It's a reference photo. I'm working on art for the, I wanted to do some different art for the, what is it called? The Copperhead segment. And, I figured, well, if I'm gonna have art for the segment, I might as well, you know, draw some. And I thought, I don't even know what Cobra Kai is about. Do you remember the original classic Karate Kid movie? The original classic one? And I mean the old school one. I don't know. I never watched it. Well, then never mind. You wouldn't know what I'm talking about then. Um, Good for you. I'm so glad you are. Just speak. It's basically a continuation of the old movies, but like there was like 3 movies. It's like set decades later when the 2 originals from the very first movie are older, being Johnny and Daniel. What you call from wrestle that I'm your portal? I don't know, Portal. He's not my best friend. He's a smarter killer. He's playing chicken. So silent now. No, I just bored. Can I hear the air? No. No, you may not. I actually used a bit of a reference photo for like the anatomy part of this, being I took a snapshot, god darn it, in Arkham Knight, basically as Catwoman. Eat some. Shut up. That's your job. I don't do that type of stuff. Sorry, madam. I don't do that. Exactly, that's my point. That's why I said it for. That's your job. Hey, keep it PG. She started it. She always does when she joins. That's why I mess with her back. But basically, chicken, I'm working on like Copperhead art. You started it first. Bullshit. Where I'll have it where you know, I'll have like art for her on the screen. Besides like doing animation stuff, I figured like why not have some still images as well. Language my ass. She starts it every damn time. Every damn time. Every fucking damn time. I'm sorry. She comes in here, got to start her shit. I didn't even work on a video talking about the state of play because I figured since everybody's talking about it, I figured like there's not much I could add, and half of it would be me kind of shitting on the people for going in with high expectations. So I can't really complain, and also there wasn't many games that that I felt the need to really talk about. Yeah, like I might do something like that, at least on the gaming channel, because like genuinely speaking, Do it on stream. No. I already said my part. Yeah, I know. Genuinely, I feel like I'd rather do it in a video where I can, like, collectively talk about each of the games and stuff like that. Because if I do it in stream, I'm kind of rambling, and also I rather have it in just a video format, so where I also can keep the algorithm a little bit high over there as well. No. That is not on the agenda. That's the one thing I can't do. I'm kidding. Partially kidding. Give us like a preview. No. I feel like the only preview I could give you is for like other videos, like the Arkham Origins one. I've already done that with like the short, which I tagged you in. I tagged you on my community post for the short, to let you know that I put it out there for like the teaser for like the Arkham Origins video. Like I put like a short teaser mainly for like Copperhead, which is the transition for her. And I don't think you ever looked at it. Oh? Yeah, I tagged you on the community post. Hell, I even played the teaser on stream. Should I just have sent it on Discord instead of just tagging you through YouTube? Definitely not. Well, then, never mind. Well, I don't know any other way I could send it to you. I'll watch it in a bit. I'm not on Discord enough. Well, I didn't really send it on Discord. I just tagged you on the community post where I put it on there. And speaking of, I think my phone has enough charge, but damn it. Fuck. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh. There's the remote. There it went. Oh. Well, for just a second, I am going to put the stream on YouTube so I can do something. Give me just a second. I'll put it on the Copperhead fight.
I need back to ground level.
What would your father say if he could see you now, throwing away your family's hard-earned fortune on these frivolous nightly escapades? And for what? You're not this city's savior. You're a Wayne, and a spoiled, wasteful disappointment of a Wayne at that. Have you forgotten what your family name stands for? You disappoint me. You disappoint.
Okay, sorry. Oh, let me get that off there.
I had to briefly use the throne, so that's why I tried to make sure it wouldn't, exit out of the stream if I left it sitting here for a minute. So I figured, well, since I figured since that would be the best way of, like, I don't have, like, a transition because I'm only using my tablet. Next best thing, use the idea of YouTube. But, yeah. My head. So, what did I forget to read? Shut up. I only had to do number 1. Be quiet. So. Oh, hey, man. Alright. I'm trying to think. So, I have, like, the perspective. I had to get on, like, Arkham Knight to do the... I'm playing No Man's Sky. I'll message you when I can. Yeah, it's alright. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're enjoying that game. Trying to think. Shit. Okay, so I'm kind of using the anatomy of Catwoman here. So, like, because, like, for Copperhead, because I've been replaying through Arkham Origins, like, going through each fight individually. Yeah, it's all good. I just got you got a new major update. Oh, cool. Well, I don't think that's the only thing that got a major update. I think a couple things did, because I briefly got on PlayStation and got off because I think it was like earlier today, and just said hell with it because I was just kind of bored. And I saw it was like 5 updates came on, and I decided, okay, well, I'm not going to be playing anything today. So yeah. What else? Plus I did catch up on Cobra Kai briefly, but also, since, why not, I actually can play for you guys to listen to, like, the test recording. I'm not for certain. I might edit it a little bit and re-record stuff because my phone is not the best when it comes to the audio side of it. But I recorded, I think, like, a bit of audio for the Copperhead section for this video, because I had to replay through, I think, just to get a fresh idea. And also I was talking to somebody because, like, I was struggling to come up with new ideas. So
moving on to Copperhead, I actually struggled
there we go.
Now moving on to Copperhead, I actually struggled a little bit with coming up with brand new reimaginings and also ideas for this fight. And after banging my head against a wall and getting some ideas from a friend, I think I found the perfect middle ground to make the fight great and also take the elements that are from the story and also the existing gameplay without changing it too much, but making the fight feel a little bit different while it also still is the same, especially when it comes to the core aspects of the Copperhead fight. It does reuse assets from the Ra's al Ghul fight from Batman Arkham City with some sprinkled in Scarecrow influence as well.
Which it does. I found that out the hard way, like actually going on my PS3 and replaying the fight a couple times. It does have like that Ra's al Ghul feel, because of like the duplicated Copperheads, and also because of, I think it was like just the illusion element and stuff like that. Why do you sound more excited when you do it on stream? I don't know. I genuinely, when I talk about it on stream, I kind of get to experience like the raw emotion of the ideas. But when I'm actually recording it, I have to like read from a script, which I have like. Do you know how many times, because of my dyslexia, I'm just sitting there stuttering and reading it, so I have to like be very generic, and kind of.
And some of the strategies from fights actually worm their way into this fight as a whole. Batman being sick, not being able to trust what he can see and hear, and also you're having to take on multiple enemies at once. And honestly, I feel like there's a lot more to expand on, especially because of the fact that you are poisoned with a neurotoxin. And that's where I feel like this fight could have been extended just a little bit, instead of having an overall very boring, cliche walking sequence. So that's where my changes come in. I actually wanted to make the walking sequence somewhat a part of the overall boss fight, more than it was originally. Now, before anyone gets confused, I actually wanted to make this sequence very similar to Nosferatu fight in Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 4 Remake. This time around, besides just having shadows of Copperhead and stuff like that, you actually have to worry about her surprise attacking you, and you also have to fight her missed illusions, which sometimes she would be one of those illusions, and if she does hit you, it starts to affect your health even more, because this time around your health is slowly draining. Which actually makes this fight a lot more difficult than it was originally. The first half.
Also, key side note there, I actually took a bit of inspiration from a level in Devil May Cry 3, I do believe, but I did, with that level, your health is slowly draining, so you have to get from point A to point B very quickly. Even though you're in your Devil Trigger, it doesn't matter. And I basically kind of took some aspects from that. So it kind of worms it. It was worming its way in there, where I kind of thought, okay, that would be a pretty cool idea. Genuinely speaking, I'm bored. Well, I'm sorry this is a boring stream for you.
Half of the walking sequence is kind of going to be somewhat the same. There would be some illusion elements, but it would be a lot more claustrophobic, and also it would be extended just a little bit when you're walking down the hallways, and also your movement would be a little bit clunky, but somewhat faster than it was originally. Walking sequence actually becomes more like the Killer Croc fight from Batman Arkham Asylum, where it preys on the idea that you are being hunted, and also...
Yeah, I hate that mission until I did it again. Yeah. It's a lot easier, but on harder difficulties, it is actually not as bad, I found. And also, I feel like that's what inspired me, because I felt like when I was coming up with ideas for, like, this fucking section, I struggled a bit. Like, each fight, because I'm trying to record the boss fight section first before I move on to, like, the intro and stuff like that. I feel like for at least for Arkham Origins, I wanted to take a lot of inspiration from a lot of different games for, like, reimagining boss fights. Hell, even with Devil May Cry, I know that there's a lot of stuff that I could do for, at least for idea videos, which I tried. I really need to redo some of them. Like, especially my Devil May Cry 2 video. That one was kind of bare bones. Because I feel like there's so many ideas now that I could pull from. Especially because, actually, now that I think about it, they did confirm, at least Dan Southworth did, that there is supposed to be something Devil May Cry related happening because he just finished it, but I don't know. So who knows?
She's hiding in the shadows, and if you do get tagged, it messes with your line of sight and also makes it harder to see. So basically, it doesn't just affect your health, making it drain faster, it also makes it to where it's harder to get through the entirety of the sequence, and also makes the illusions a lot more physically harder to actually fight near the end. And obviously, when you...
Also, some of this was partially inspired by the Scorpion segment in Marvel Spider-Man 2, which I did actually look up footage for, because I felt like, you know, the Copperhead and Scorpion are very similar, and I figured, well, why not just, you know, take inspiration from that when coming up with ideas.
Do get to ground level, that's where most of the changes really start coming in, because I wanted to keep it somewhat the same. I didn't want to just make it to where she's just spawning multiple versions of herself, where Batman's fighting the different illusions of the people that he couldn't save, also like Commissioner Loeb, Alfred, and also the bank commissioner, and maybe even his parents as well. And also, when you do fight her one-on-one, obviously some of the core patterns would still be there, like the launch attack, the crawl, and also the claw dodge, very similar to the knife enemy. All that stuff would be there. But I did want to make it a little bit better because of the fact that you are in an arena. I wanted to make it to where if you get hit, the arena actually gets smaller, and maybe she could get out of the vents, or maybe just do other acrobatic or different other moves, preying on the fact that she is a bit of a contortionist. Also, she is a bit of a martial artist herself. So I want to kind of prey on that with sometimes the way she fights, being very slippery, and she can also dodge. So she can play a little bit like a ninja, a little bit like a knife enemy, and also a little bit like a martial artist. So very similar to the Deathstroke fight, you actually have to know your knowledge of how to fight those enemies. So basically with Copperhead, it would be very similar, but also a little bit different. And also another core aspect of this fight that I wanted to make a part of it is that it actually encourages you to not get hit. Very similar to the Azrael challenge, basically there are massive repercussions if you get hit. Because of the fact that Copperhead has poison attached to her claws and stuff like that, if you get hit, it actually makes your health go faster, or could take chunks out of it. So it actually makes the difficulty of this fight a lot more harder, forcing you to have to dodge and counter a lot more. With Copperhead out of the way, let's actually move on to one-woman army, Shiva.
Yeah, it's a bit of a test recording, so like some of it I would say is not the best, and I'm not the best at talking about certain points, but what my thought process to better explain, I'll be right back, alright, bits of the fight was, what I thought of is basically to extend the fight, I actually wanted to make the walking sequence a part of the fight, more than it was originally. Where basically, what I thought would be a good idea is logistically, hi, hello. I'm just working on this and talking about ideas and stuff. I wanted to actually do some still images instead of just doing, what's the word? Animation stuff, because I feel like animation takes a lot longer and I have to do the body and all that, and I don't want to do that. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. I'm being lazy. For once in my life, I'm being lazy. I'm taking a shortcut. But how are you doing, Puff? Good besides the stinky cleaning that I hate cleaning. Yeah, me and you both. I'm still reeling from my filling that I had to get yesterday. My mouth, like, occasionally when I drink something cold, that sounds epic though. Thank you. I basically have there's a spot with my teeth that, you know, it kind of makes it kind of chilling and weird. It's a weird feeling. So that's not fun, but I deal with it. It's something new that I've never had to deal with. But yeah, besides that, I did do a bit of test recording, which that's what I was playing a little bit of earlier, for like the Arkham Origins video I'm working on. I haven't forgotten about Epic Mickey. I can only work on one big project at a time, and after realizing how big I wanted Epic Mickey to be, because I still have to like do a story section, I have to edit the story and figure out, okay, what works, how did this, you know, and also I have to do like research and think, okay, what things work here, what things work there. I figured instead of like just, you know, I want to make sure that if I do the video, it's not gonna be half-baked. I want it to be as good as this, like the Arkham Origins video. So I figured if I'm gonna do it, I want it to be good. So that's why I want to try to get Arkham Origins done first, which I'm still trying to iron out concepts for. The recording process takes forever, as does the scripting. But basically, I'm trying to think. With Copperhead here, this fight I arguably think is going to be a lot harder if it was ever to be remade, because of my ideas for it. Because I kind of want there to be more. It's kind of a similar process that I had to the Firefly fight, where basically what I thought was keep what works, but change what doesn't work. And that's really my thought process with like doing remake like idea stuff, is that if I change stuff that doesn't need to be changed, a lot of people are going to call me out on it, and it's not going to end well. Nothing is more dangerous than a toxic fan, genuinely speaking. But the other thing is that when it comes to like certain fights, the thing that I've, you know, picked up is that some of them did need tweaking where it didn't before. Like Deathstroke, I arguably got into a thought process of like, it's a great fight, people love it. My problems are simply that the controls are like, the way the fight, once you know what you're doing, is too easy. The other thing is that it doesn't really push you to what's the word? Like, push your knowledge of the overall combat system. So I figured, well, let's change that. Firefly, I tweaked the lead up and then added on to the boss. And that's really what my thought process is when doing like the idea videos, because I overall you know, just try to I try to make sure that What, Becca? What? I see what you're saying. I'm not tired. I just have a lot going on up here. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but you're asking. I get it. I'm not tired. There you go. Do you want your answer? There you go. What was I saying before? You know, basically, I have to be in a different type of mindset to do the stuff, and I have to like push. I don't know. I just refine, tweak, and whatever. One, two, three, four, five. There we go. No, I hate the feet. I don't like drawing feet. Yeah, well. I don't like drawing this crap. Wait, is she barefooted or is she not barefooted? Hold on. I have to look up a reference photo because this is gonna drive me nuts. I get very frustrated when it comes to certain things if I can't draw them very easily because it pisses me off. So she is barefooted. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay, so there's like straps that go right here. I am not good at drawing feet. Genuinely speaking, I suck at drawing feet. You give me feet to draw, and I'm gonna be very pissed off. Oh God. Not fun at all. So there's like a curve. So maybe I need to there you go. I'm not very good at drawing feet. I don't know why. I probably should have practiced more. Not I'm not good at it. It's a struggle. Best thing is to look up references. Yeah. Like, basically, because of the way the pose is, I'm kind of, like, imitating the one I did with Catwoman, but the thing is, with her, I do, like, triangles, and, yeah. The thing with her is, like, she's wearing, like, little slippers, and I can't emulate that because, the angle and stuff like that. So it's like I have to think in the realm of like, okay, what works, and it's driving me insane. Okay. Let me look on the side. I have like drawing, feet, upside down crouch. I don't know. Like basically like it's one of those things where I struggle. I struggle a lot. I've never actually drawn feet, so that for me this is a whole new ball game and a different type of challenge. Cause in the overall, what's it called? Hold on, let's see. It's this way goes like this and then stops and then right here. So it's kind of like that, and then the other one, let's just merge this layer. The other one goes more to the side and okay, so where the feet are, let's move this. It would probably have to be almost like a crunched up toes. It's one of those things, what are toes? Yeah, I do X's and yeah. I've never actually drawn feet, so it's, for me, it's like, it's a whole new ball game of challenge. So, let's maybe lower the opacity and let me think. So if like, hold on, references, like add an angle, like different angles and stuff. Probably isn't too many for what I'm up to, but well, that one will do. So it's like big one here. I know women's feet are probably a little bit better, but I'm doing with what I got. I can't help it. And probably I made this too big. Okay, so just a little, no. Fudge. Fudge! This is a struggle. By the way, how was your day, Puff? Just out of curiosity. While I struggle with this for feels like an hour, might as well get some relaxing conversation in. Hold on. I'm guessing this is fine. Like, I guess that's good. Genuinely speaking, I guess that's fine. Hold on. And then I think, well, this could be refined just a little bit more. Hold on. There we go. That's not bad. What do you think, Puff? Do you think that's good? Genuinely speaking, I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's see. Let me check PlayStation really quick. Not much to behold. No one's on. Oh, wow. There is the factor that I don't. So I can't really see. Huh? Oh. Crap. Ow. Shoot.
I have it almost figured out. Hey, how are you doing tonight? I am good. Just trying to work on some still image fan art stuff for a video I've been working on for the last week. I put Epic Mickey on hold so I can focus on Arkham Origins because it's a big project, and I figured, well, better I focused on this and try to get, like, instead of just doing animation stuff, I figured, why not just also do, like, still image art and, like, push, like, the fan art side of it where I can do my own art for, like, the video. I don't know why. It never really occurred to me, but I was like, instead of just relying on gameplay and stuff like that, why don't I do my own art for stuff? It's like, huh? So I figured, well, I thought I'd try that when it comes to, like, Copperhead, so that's what I aim to do. How are you doing? Sorry, kinda... Not really sure if this expression works, but I figured I might as well use it. Kind of like imitating a little bit of this over here, but still kind of doing my own thing as well. Hopefully you're doing well, Cameron. Shoot. Um... Shoot. Wait a minute. Did I... There we go. Erase that. I'll probably have to, like, change where I have Batman and stuff like that, and, like, change certain aspects of the dimensions, but I figured since I'm doing Copperhead first anyways, might as well, you know, try at least. That's what I aim to do. Huh, okay, never mind. I think he left. No use me talking to no one. Finest Archit. Nice. Thanks. Just taking a bit of inspiration from a couple things, but yeah, it's getting there. I wanted to do a fan art of her like upside down, kind of, well, not just that, a fan art, but also an image that I'm gonna be using for one of my a video I'm working on. But Arkham Origins, yeah. I'm planning on working, or I've been working on it for forever, but it's a video on my gaming channel, where it's basically, you know how everybody talks about how they want a remake for Arkham Origins? Well, I'm taking that to the extreme, where I go very in depth on like ideas and how I would want things and changes to boss fights and stuff like that. I'm a nutcase. But yeah, pretty much, yeah. I figured why not also do like art for the video. And I honestly love Copperhead. She's very peculiar. She's an interesting choice, but like she's also kind of like, I don't know, weird. She's a snake lady that literally poisons Batman. So honestly, it's a given that she's weird. So, but also thank you. It's a work in progress. I'm kind of like figuring it out. But yeah, it's Arkham Origins Copperhead. Not very good with shading, but I figured, you know, why not? What is the name? Finest Archit? Finest Arkham yeah. I'm probably butchering your name. I apologize, but welcome to the stream, at least on the Twitch side. But welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I'm trying to sketch my own character, but I'm just trying, honestly. Yeah, I know that how difficult that can be. Believe me, I've done some original characters as well, and it is difficult to really come up with a design, and it's even harder to not put yourself in a corner of being like, well, that's been done before. Because that's really what it's always tricky, is like coming up with an original character and also like designing it and making sure that it really fits your style and you. Yeah, it's not fun. Believe me, I've felt that pain. I've done some of that myself, but I kind of not really stuck to it. But it is fun though. If you don't mind me asking, what is the character? I'm not like gonna steal it or anything, but I'm just like, if you don't mind me asking about like the character of what you're doing, or like what you ever, you know, you're struggling. It's hard to. I'm very bad with my words, but basically, I'm just asking about the character of like not just the aesthetic, but what do you see yourself like doing with it? Is it a comic? Is it a manga? Is it one of the, you know, just everything out in the moon? What do you see yourself doing with your character? I think this is good, shading-wise. It's not bad. Manga and game. Ah. Well, that's not bad. Video game, you would have to be a bit of a programmer, though. Manga, not bad. Depending on the more advanced styles and stuff like that. If you're aiming for, like, something as advanced as, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Dragon Ball Z, you gotta be very good. you gotta be very good. Not trying to be a dick, but you have to be very good. And I could speak from experience, because I suck at the manga stuff. I have tried. And I can say for certain you have to be very advanced and very good to get, do some stuff. But for a video game, that's not bad. Hey, if you get anywhere, yeah, I understand. If you do, like, actually get somewhere with it, not to say that you won't, but I'm saying if you do, I would love to see it. If, like, you do, like, a video game or stuff like that, I wouldn't mind. Hell, I'd probably help you, try to help you with, like, the gameplay design and stuff like that. Personally, I will say I'm a bit biased, so I would probably turn it almost into a hack and slash. And that's probably not your genre of games, but I'm the type that would, because I love those style of games. So I can at least admit it. But I think you'll get somewhere with it if you have a passion and a drive for what you're doing. Even though I've been drawing books, but it's hard to put it in my head. Yeah, like, that's always difficult. Like, you can draw books and try doing all that stuff, and it is very difficult. Like, especially because, like, if you struggle with storytelling and doing panel work and stuff like that, I would say that's probably the most difficult part. And I can say that from experience, because I've tried to do comics and tried to do stuff of my own before, and it is very difficult to, like, iron out a story or come up with stuff. And, like, I feel like it's difficult to do anything. It's just, like, you just have to drive and you have to learn from experience, and the more you keep going and stuff like that, I think you'll figure it out. Hell, you want to know something? I'll give you the best piece of advice I've learned from doing art for so long. Just keep going. Just, like, learn. The more you do stuff, the more, you're gonna pick up new tricks the more you go along. Like, even doing digital art, I am certainly not the best. Like, I know I'm not. But even, like, with animation or trying to do my own style of animation, not really my own style, but my own way of doing it, it's just, like, you can pick up any trick you want. You just got to keep going and learn your own way of doing it. You can certainly imitate other artists, other people, but my biggest thing is find your own way, and it'll eventually, get around. I've found that the biggest problem that I've had when doing, like, comics or stuff like that is that I'm trying to do so much, and also I'm very doubtful. Like, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, all part of being an artist. Whether you like it or not, it sucks, but it is. But the biggest thing that you have to do to keep yourself motivated and keep yourself going is just the thrill of just doing what you love and not giving a shit about what anyone else thinks. If they think it's bad just for the sake of just trashing on you, then fuck those opinions. But if they give you constructive criticism on certain things, roll with it, improve, keep going. I feel like that's the biggest lesson that I've learned, is that I like to challenge myself. I like to do more advanced stuff. Hell, do you want to know something funny? This is the first time I've actually had to force myself to draw feet. I've never drawn feet in advanced poses before.
This is the first time. So, genuinely speaking, every project is a unique challenge. And thanks, man. Also, I have autism. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to know something? I have it. I have high function. I'm high function autistic. So for me, I can relate, man. Or lady. I don't want to assume your gender or nothing. But basically, I have it too. There's nothing wrong with being special. It's a gift. And for me, and also you're on DeviantArt. Hey, so am I. I draw, but I don't post on there that much because I don't have the time. Because I'm constantly editing videos and stuff. But it's not don't let your differences define you. If you're autistic, you're dyslexic, you have this or that, it's a gift. I treat it as such, because for me, I'm autistic. I have high function autism, ADHD, dyslexia, attention deficit disorder, and also I'm very creative. Like, for all my setbacks, like I can't read very well, I can't write very well, I can certainly draw. And I am very quick to pick up on things sometimes, and also I'm not. But also I come with the bonus of being super creative. So, like, there's always going to be drawbacks in life, whether it's your personal stuff or your, I would say, your own challenges and tribulations. But what I found is that the best thing you can do is just push through them, and really don't let your differences define you, and don't let anyone, put you down. Like, don't ever let someone just talk down to you and just like make it seem like your dreams are worthless, because they're not. Also, you're welcome, by the way. Also, I forgot, to thank. But basically, what I'm saying is, if you want to do like comics, you want to do a manga, you're always going to have something new to learn. You can learn it yourself, but never not accept help. Everyone is different. Everyone has something unique to them. I have it. Everyone has it. Best thing you can do is just keep going, because you're always going to have it. Don't let that stop you, because the moment you do, that's when you really lose. That's what I found. You really lose when you give up. That's true defeat. I know that's cliche, but that's defeat. That's the moment you really lose. And I've went through that. But yeah. If you want tips on like characters designing and stuff like that, what do you see, what do you see in the character? Like, that's my biggest question. Because every character, I would say, has defining features that make them the most recognizable thing out there. And they've slightly been refined as they've went along, right? Batman, if you look at the 1960s and all those older comics, the style of those comics and the characters like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman have been slightly refined over a very long period of time. Wax and wane when it comes to storylines, but if you're designing a character, I feel like I can give some tips on this that I've learned from animation and also from like other artists and people. That is shape language and also colors, color language. And just, different stuff. Like, you can just make a character that looks cool, but also you have to make, like, if you want them to be recognizable in their own way, like, even in video games, like Copperhead in this game, right? She, is very, like, distinct because she does have, design traits that are unique. Like, she has very snake-like eyes, she has unique tattoos, but also she has colors right? And stuff that are taken from the Copperhead from the comics, like orange, brown, stuff like that. But she is distinct in the way that she doesn't wear like a copper, like a snake thing on her head. She does have like certain design traits. Hopefully that helps. I'm not really the biggest tutor. Yeah, I always keep sketch and line art. Yeah, that I was about to say. That is one good thing you need to always keep, just sketches and line art, because you can always just like maybe slightly refine those or like take aspects of them and apply them to another design. And don't be afraid to like just, you know, reuse aspects of the design for a different interpretation. Like I feel like when I draw, like when I've drawn original characters, I think I actually had a friend. She helped me iron out something. I had a concept in my head, and no matter what I tried, I didn't like anything that I put down. And sometimes you could get somebody else to come in and draw like their interpretation, and you, even if you don't like aspects of it, the best thing you can do is get somebody to help, because at least if they have time and they're free and it's not like they can do it really quickly. But basically, if you have like another artist friend or something like that, and you like, I have this character, I have all these ideas, and like you just vocalize them with them, they can always bring something unique that you can't physically bring, that you can pull from. Even if you don't like certain aspects of their style, I feel like you can slightly pull some aspects that you like that from their drawings into your interpretation of what you physically want. Like when I came up with a character, I don't want to say too much, but basically I had them be this very Egyptian-like character, pulling from like a bunch of stuff, and I wanted to kind of make them black, but they're also half Egyptian, so like I wanted to pull from the old Egyptian, you know, stuff like the pharaohs and stuff with their design, and kind of mix like a gang look with Egyptian stuff. And she drew up like little pencil sketches and like just stuff for the face, and I thought that's what I was looking for. And even if I don't like certain, like, you know, like certain things here and there, I don't like that, I do like the way it looks. I feel like sometimes asking for help and like from somebody else, and like even if you don't particularly, if you're like nitpicky and you want your design to be a certain way, which I completely understand, somebody can always bring something unique that you can't physically bring. I feel like that's the reason why we have concept artists, right? Concept artists, you know, they are very beneficial to shows and comics, but like doing like concept art, you know, I think I do have. I don't know for sure, but because I've been working on animation and working on so much. Okay, you know what? Prime example, right? Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me find it. I'll find it eventually. No. Not that. Hold on. Give me a second. I've worked on so much recently. From idea videos on my gaming channel, from art stuff on the art channel, and my main channel I just stream. And occasionally do just random stuff, like I'll post media. Okay, so give you a prime example. Not that. That is not what I was about to click on. That was my Leon thing. That is not it. My apologies. Go back to photos. God darn it. Hold on. So I did a video on my regular channel very long time ago. And basically, I decided I wanted to redesign villains from The Flash, like DC Comics, stuff like that. So, it took me a while, but basically, prime example here, this is like a rough mock-up. So, what I had in mind, in my head, right, I thought, okay, Rainbow Raider. He's very goofy in the comics. Prime example. He's just wearing a black leotard and a rainbow outfit, and occasionally he can shoot beams from his glasses. And I thought, besides him riding on the rainbow, there's not much to his power set. He is very boring. And when I did this rough mock-up, I thought, okay, I want to make him a little bit more slick. I have to take some colors from the original version, so like the black bits, that can stay. The rainbow aspect, that has to be a part of the design. The glasses, another part of the design, right? And all that. So I thought, okay, I want to make him more slick. I want to add some stuff. So I thought maybe, you know, add rainbow bits here and there. Maybe put some mirrors, or make him more, maybe take a different aesthetic. Like maybe make him look like Mirrormeister, you know? I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, like basically what I did is I took aspects from the original design, and I wanted to do something different. So I thought, okay, A, B, C, D. So, and then when I did multiple iterations, and then what I finally settled on, and I finally got it figured out and like sketched and, you know, just ironed out in my head and then drawn, was, where is this son of a bitch? It was down here. This right here. Okay, this is the final design. Okay, so I took the idea of the head. Now, arguably the line work is probably shit, and this is pretty old. But basically I thought, okay, realistically, okay, there's three things I want. I want to actually think in the material. I also wanted to think comic booky. But basically I thought, okay, black mask, not, you know, like opposite villain. But I also thought, okay, why not get rid of the goggles and actually make it just a glass piece that's a part of the mask that he can take off. But also have some more Tron-like stuff to the mask. Then I thought, okay, I want to have mirrors and reflective surfaces, so like he could have some shoulder pads, so, and the rainbow bits would go through the different stuff. Slightly refined stuff here and there, so like he doesn't completely have arms, like he has like a black material that has neon highlights of like rainbow stuff, so that where you can add shading. And the rest of him is practically a rainbow all on its own. So he's very much like the living laser. So that's sometimes what you can think of is like just being, when you're creative mindset, taking core aspects from a design and what you like, and also thinking creatively, well, what could you bring to it? What do you think would work? And a redesign process is very hard. Like, you can bang your head against a wall and be very annoyed at something and not really think, okay, what can I actually add to it that's unique? Like, genuinely. And sometimes that is a struggle. Like, I actually, my biggest thing, like, if you watch, I'll give you a tip. Watch Love Arts 23's redesigns for Has-Been Hotel characters, and also watch the Ink Tank's OR Ash, Ultimate redesigns from the Drawing Matrix. Two different styles of redesigning because of the different points of view, but there is a similar premise there. Where Love Arts, she focuses a little bit more on the lore in the videos, and then when she designs the character or redesigns it, she does like have that lore thought out, and so it does go with it. With, you know, the other one, which is completely different, it's like a different type of redesign where it's Ben 10 related, so it kind of is a similar premise. So when you're doing like your own character, right? You can kind of think in that similar process. Like, I did something very similar, like even with mock-up sketches. As you can see, there's like one right there, that yellow one. Similar thing. I did that a lot. So sometimes, like when you're wanting to redesign something, you have three core aspects that you can do. First one is lore, right? This is something I picked up from watching a bit of Todd McFarlane, so I'll just give you a tip here. Todd McFarlane, so it's like lore. Instead of like just drawing something for the sake of it, there has to be a reason for it. Like if you just add random shit onto a drawing for the sake of it, it's going to weigh it down. It's not going to fit within the confines, and it's just going to make it look a little bit weird. Okay, question mark. Basically what I'm saying is, like, for instance, when he did Spider-Man, right? Todd McFarlane. I don't know if you know who that is, but Todd McFarlane did Venom. He did Spider-Man. He made Spawn. But basically, lore. So with Spider-Man in the old 1960s comics, right? The webs were very straightforward. They were like this, right? They were pretty much a straight line, and they had curls. They only ever were doing this. They did like lines, right? With his design, he thought he can be more flexible. So they're not just with Spider-Man and his posing, right? But also with the spaghetti webbing that we have now. So basically, in a design principle, lore is important. So what is the reason for this for this to be here? What is the reason for him to have this? Is there a reason for this or this? You know, like Dante, right? He has white hair. The reason for that, you know, Batman or Catwoman, right? Even in games, right? The different enemy types. Each one of them has certain design principles and lore behind why they have what they have. So lore is important for reasons. Because if you just draw just over-designing a character, let's say you have a character with like a bunch of stuff on them, and you just random crap, right? They have like a tank on their shoulder, they have like a boat on their whatever, just like random stuff to make them look cool. It's going to overcrowd the character, and it's going to feel off. So lore is important for design reasons. So like if you want to draw something in your unique style and whatever, if there's something to the design, there's that. Oh, hey, God Chicken. Good to see you back, man. What was the other thing I've learned? Arguably, I would say the only, something else that I would say is, if you're drawing a comic or you're drawing a manga or whatever you're doing, I would say make sure that you can draw the character from multiple different angles and different poses. I would feel like that's one important aspect to the design that a lot of people miss. Like with drawing different characters, you have to be willing to draw them in different poses, different stuff, because arguably you have to take a lot of liberties, and I found with doing art for as long as I have, I have found that if you draw a character from like multiple different angles and multiple different shots, you'll pretty quickly find out what works and what doesn't work. And also, you have to be willing to show the personality of the character just in the design alone, from shape, language, color language, expressions, and also eyes and mouth. That's a key thing. I found that is something I picked up from watching animators and also different artists. Just like art can be tied into multiple different things, and not just like doing animation work. I feel like even in comic work it still applies, and some of them have said as much. Like the people that did Batman the Animated Series, I watched a lot of the behind the scenes, and they said, you know, you can certainly like over design a character or do something very less like very simplistic, but the thing is, you have to be willing to show just the expressions alone and the eyes. And with Batman the Animated Series, it being done on black paper, the eyes when you have Batman are key, right? Like, you can have them very menacing, you can have them very surprised, you know, you can have them be, you know, very like annoyed. I'm not very good at, you know, whatever, but you have to be willing to like express all that expression, and all that is key. I know I'm not a very good teacher. If like somebody asks me for advice, like I say what I know, but honestly I'm not very good. So on the Twitch side, you know, Arjit, I apologize. I wish I was better. So if, you know, if you do you. That's all I can say. If, like, you find your own way of doing it. If like you'll find your own way of doing it the more you refine and go along. I find like that's the best way to learn. So I apologize if I've wasted your time over explaining or being a doofus. So yeah. Shoot. I apologize. Shoot. Hold on. Shade, I gotta... So, God Chicken, where'd you go off to? Thanks. I will follow you on DeviantArt. Oh, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Actually, if you want my DeviantArt, it is... I think it's linked on my main channel, but since, you know, I don't have it in, like, the links on my Twitch... I'll send you the, I'll just put the link on the DeviantArt. I think, I'll put it on in the Twitch side. Give me a second, I gotta get my phone. There you go. Come on, boot up. I had it off for a minute. Put it in my inbox. Well, I would, but the thing is, A, I don't know yours, and B, I can't. But give me a second. I will just, hold on, share, copy link to profile. No, wait, not profile. Oh, just share profile. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I'll put that on the Twitch side. Because my main account has it, but I don't have it linked on here. Yeah, it's effing. Oh, okay. Well, just in case, here. Just in case. There you go. I don't like the way this looks. Hold on. Let me refine this just a little bit. Well, I might as well, I figured I might as well still put the link in the chat, just in case. At least on the Twitch side. Also, thanks for the follow, by the way, man. Or miss, I don't know. My apologies. But yeah, I will, hold on. It's, what was it? You put it, okay, it was, I don't see it anymore. I saw it briefly, hold on. It, SSG, oh, it was SSG, oh, okay. I just look it on the search bar. Oh, never mind. Oh, there you are. Okay. There you are. Okay. There you go, right back at you. There you go. There you go. What else? I'm not very good at shading, so this is gonna look wonky. Crap. Hold on. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. Shoot. What else? Gotcha, can you still there on the YouTube side, or are you just lurking? If you're there on the YouTube side, welcome back. I think I already said that, but still. I need to, no, I'm gonna, Ugh, crap. How long have we been streaming for? Trying to think. Almost like 2 hours? Seriously? Shit. I'll probably work on this for just a little bit more. Obviously. Because, you know, gotta work. But I will be ending the stream shortly, so there's that. I'm gonna go get some rest. Alright, man. Well, before you go, genuine question for you, though. I do have one particular question. Did you see, like, what are your thoughts on something? I want to get your opinion because I'm not for certain about it. But, you know that, Anthony Mackie, you know that, he was doing some stuff for, like, Brave New World. And they were talking about, like, the character of Captain America and stuff like that. And, like, apparently, I don't know why she has to react to this, and I don't even know, I especially don't know why. Honestly, I never liked her genuinely when she had her show on the Daily Wire. I still don't. But, yeah, Falcon, yeah. But basically, Brent, I can't remember her name. Brent Cooper? Brent something? Basically, she got a hold of it. She was, like, reacting to it. I don't like her. But, basically, he was talking about, like, Captain America, and, like, a lot of the people, because he said, like, the fact that, Captain America doesn't just completely represent America, have went on this tirade. And here's the thing with what he said. If you read the fucking comics for just 5 damn minutes, you would know that Captain America, just because he like basically wears red, white, and blue, doesn't mean he's completely all about America. If anything, he challenges the ideals, and he's not, like, he's a very not just cutthroat character where he only represents like this or that. I don't understand why people genuinely don't realize what he, like, when Mackie says, like, the American aspect, and then, like, yeah, repeat again. Basically, Anthony Mackie said something of, like, they asked him, like, a question, typical dumbass question about, like, Black Captain America, whatever. And, like, yeah, who is she again? Oh, Brent Cooper? I think she did, like, she was on the Daily Wire for a while before she got kicked off of it and replaced with another chick. She has her own show now on YouTube with her channel. I genuinely don't give a shit. And I personally don't like her. She's basically, if you want to know what my opinion of her is, she's basically female Ben Shapiro. Like, genuinely speaking, that's what she is. I don't like I don't really care for her. Like, it's not like I don't like her as a person. You know, I don't care for that stuff, politics-wise. Like, genuinely speaking. But basically, yeah, that's who she is. Dark hair, or long dark hair. Pretty much female Ben Shapiro. That's about it. That's all I really can say. But basically, she did a video going through that whole thing. And here's my thing. Here's my problem with, you know, I genuinely don't understand what's so hard for people to realize when it comes to Captain America, that just because he wears red, white, and blue does not mean he's purely just for all aspects of American ideals. Like, genuinely speaking,
he represents, like, he challenges everything, like, of America. Like, he, just because he wears it doesn't mean he's an every type of hero. He's a soldier, that's one thing. But also, I think Alex Ross put it best, where he challenges the ideals. And hell, that's the reason why Captain America was on the opposite end when it came to Civil War and all that stuff. So it's like, he is not a cutthroat character. Like, he genuinely, just because he wears, like, the flag does not mean that he is completely, you know, everything America all the time. Yeah, it's a bunch of fucked up shit about America. There's a bunch of fucked up shit about America he doesn't agree with. Exactly. And, like, genuinely speaking, you know, that, like, I agree, like, genuinely speaking, that's another reason why I feel like there's, like, she does particularly take a bit from, like, the comics that is very specific, but if you actually read into it more, genuinely speaking, I think it's funny because, like, she takes it and spins it to her own narrative, but what it's really about is actually just calling on the hypocrisy and the bad, like, the bad stuff of America and stuff like that. And that's why the character is so compelling, is because he is not as cut and dry and as simplistic as, you know, Batman or, you know, Iron Man or stuff like that. He challenges the norm sometimes. He's not just, yeah, he's a man out of time, but he's also, the fact that he is out of time is a little bit more to everything compared to the way it's presented. Like, genuinely speaking, I feel like that's something I feel like, it's not like he's anti-America, but also the thing is that he challenges the aspect of America in a different way. He's a symbol, but it's not just as a symbol to be used whenever, you know, we sheer want, like religion or like everything else. Like, Captain America represents something more, not just as a soldier, but also as that symbol. Like, where Batman has the symbol of the bat for fear, like, Captain America, just because he wears a flag and he has America in his name, doesn't mean that he's doing everything for America. He fights on all fields. And also, you know, other stuff. I feel like, genuinely speaking, that's something I feel like people have lost or outright don't even care to really think about. But then again, most people don't even bother reading comics, so there's that. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. Slightly refining this as I go along, because I have like a lot of shading and a lot of stuff that I have to do. But I'm sure you probably already left, so good night, man. See you later. Yeah, I'm heading out. Alright, man. Probably not going to be streaming tomorrow, though. Just a heads up and an FYI, because I am going to probably try to be finishing up on this and ironing this out along with some other images and editing. So that's going to be fun. So I'm going to have to be doing that for a while tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. Not really, but still. Alright, what time is it? It is 11? Alright, and I've been streaming for like 2 hours, so I think I am done for the night. Thank you guys so much for watching on the Twitch side, on the YouTube side. Hope you have a good rest of your guys' night, or day, or whatever it is for you in the world. Peace out. Bye-bye.